Oh, you're joining me. Okay.
I'm doing the percussion.
Welcome to our podcast.
It's on your intro.
Trying to give them the old razzle dazzle.
Razzle dazzle him.
Yeah.
This is going to sound really good considering that we're doing this long distance with the latency and everything.
Yeah, I think we're in half a second. I should mix it with your time frame. Hold on, let's go back and do that math. If you could put your earbuds to the microphone and have me go bat 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 to line that up.
No, we can't. If we're recording this 5,000 miles and 8 hours apart, so it's going to be a good jam session.
I would say that the podcast sound. Oh, hey, actually, really quick, are your headphones in the appropriate place? We're not going to get any.
They're in the appropriate place.
Okay, I'm just asking because 2 times prior to recording they were not.
That's fine.
I just want to make sure. You know, for
phrasing it like that makes it sound like I had them somewhere like weird.
Yeah. Hey.
Up my nose.
Yeah. Are they in your ears? Did you put them in the right place, Billy?
In the right hole, honey?
Yeah, they're just in both your shoes.
One's tucked into my sock right now.
Yeah, we're doing a podcast, okay? You remember how to do a podcast, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say, ya bimbo, that for doing this podcast so far away and being at the early stages of this podcast still, we're nailing it when it comes to like audio quality and listenability.
We're going to look back on this in a year and say, you fools.
Sounds like garbage.
It sounds like shit.
Like it really sounds like it was just recorded with both your shoes somehow.
The headphones and the microphones are in my shoes.
And we're just pacing around as we're talking, nervously pacing around each of our rooms. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Next question. We're just stomping,
squelching.
It's just wet sounds. Why are your shoes wet?
My wet socks.
Why are this? It was raining recently. Of course they're wet.
Of course they're wet. They've got holes in the bottom.
Yeah.
Of
Check
them.
your privilege. My fucking
Mr. Dry Shoes over here.
Mr.
Get a
warm
load of
feet.
Mr. Dry Shoes.
Check out warm feet over here. I'm over here fucking quivering. Hey, welcome to All the Space in Between. My name is Mitch.
My name's Billy Blossom.
Wow. First name.
Whole first name.
Whole first name. A rarity for you.
Yes.
Billiam Blossom.
Billiam Blossom.
I wish I had like a name like that. Like, I don't know. Not that I've thought about it before, but fuck it. Mitchell Austin.
Austin?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I got a friend named Austin. He's quite good at Smash.
Yeah.
I feel like if I had his first name, I'd be especially good at Smash.
Oh, okay. That's not how it works.
Prove it.
I don't think.
Literally prove it right now that that's not how it works. Huh?
Show me the stats.
You're looking
Show me the
stupid
charts.
right now trying to prove this shit. Yeah, so you can't prove it.
I suppose that's technically true. Yeah. Fine. You got me. Mm-hmm. You happy?
Yeah, I am happy. We've got 3 emails, but we're probably only going to get to 2, as is our tradition.
Our trademark.
I really love things. You know, we should just announce all 3 emails so that when we don't get to the 3rd, that person is really like disappointed. Because it's not always the same 3rd email. We just like won't get to that.
No, we
one.
haven't just been putting off the same email for episodes.
No, we'll just skip it. After that point, we'll just be like, fuck it. I guess we're not doing that one.
Yeah,
It's still in our starred folder, but we just like for some reason won't. They
get stale after a while.
Actually, they
Once
really do.
I've read them like more than 4 times, I'm like, I'm not interested in this anymore.
What's the word I'm looking for? We pick episodes ourselves, handpick them for each episode. So
Curate them.
We curate every fucking episode so that all of the questions kind of flow together. Like, oh, okay, we can't do this one and this one, but if we do 3, this would be a good one. We care a lot about this podcast.
It's a fine and subtle art that you might not have noticed because it's so subtle an art.
No, of course you don't notice because they can't do it.
No,
only we.
It's kind of like a narrative curve of kind of a leading question and then like a a bigger, longer question we take more time on, and then at the end we'll do kind of a little outro one, maybe, if we have time.
Which is why, not to flex my big brain right now,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm about to, which is why when we don't get to the third one, as we've often been doing, have you noticed that in the nighttime, dear listener, that you've been waking up with fucking just these withdrawals, just symptoms, these cold sweats because I left you on a cliffhanger?
We trained you to expect
It's
it.
because we didn't satiate you with that last question.
Yeah. That's all a part of our plan.
We didn't.
Our marketing plan's
we
going to make
didn't-
us rich
We
one
didn't
day.
quench your little brain. But
No.
as is our jobs to satiate our listeners,
Yes.
which is the way I'm choosing to word it now, we should get to the
I wish
first
you
question soon because
Yeah.
it's a doozy.
Oh yeah, we are actually, although I just bragged about us easing people in, we are starting off with a fucking strong one. So
The first question is a roller coaster.
yes.
It's so
Yes.
wacky that I want to use it for the title, but I'm not sure if I will because how? How do you do something like that?
You can't.
So I'm gonna go into. Oh, you know what? Fuck. God, this is gonna sound so stupid.
Don't.
I acquired Google through some fucking backstreet, Wall Street, sketchy black market acquisition
Yeah.
that I was a part of when I was
I
younger.
got Google. A man opened up his trench coat and hanging from one of the pockets.
Was
Wouldn't you know
Google.
it? Google.
Was Google
Googling.
and
I bought it. I
Yeah.
bought it off him. for
Nothing
a
has
steal.
changed, but I do own the the LLC is under
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
my name, and I fucking deleted it. I was clearing space in my phone, and I fucking deleted
I
it,
got rid of Google. I'm so sorry.
so I
everyone.
can't check the email.
Shit.
Oh, you know what? My guy pulled through. He actually brought it back. So the first email is called Another Email with. Oh, this is an advice podcast, by the way. If you would like.
By
to
the
be
way,
a
this
part
is
of that,
we do give advice.
We do give advice. If you want the email,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna have to wait till the end when we say it. You're gonna have to. This is now clickbait. You're gonna have to fucking wait till our outro because that's when we usually say it.
That's when we supposedly say it.
Mm-hmm.
You'll find out then.
So, this email is titled "Another Email with a Weird Aura," and it goes, "Hello, Chim and Elib." Now, this is interesting. I'm gonna pause right there because that's what it would sound like if our names were backwards.
Yes.
But it's not spelt like our name. It's not just our names spelt backwards.
No.
It's just Chim
It's
And
kind of
Elib.
spelled out phonetically.
phonetically. That's a cool word.
Yes.
Ooh. This made me burp for some reason.
Oh, God.
That word was too cool. It's actually giving me gas.
You start throwing up live on it.
That word gave me food poisoning.
That's so nasty.
That word was actually so tasty that I had to eat it, and it gave me food poisoning. Anyway, it goes, hello, Chim and Elib. Get ready. This is, I've warned you that this is a great email, so strap in. Hello, Chim and Elib. There is no way for me to bring this topic up without it being weird, so I guess I'll just jump right in. My girlfriend has an incest fetish. She doesn't want to, fuck her actual family, but she's a big fan of the whole siblings develop a sexual relationship porn dynamic. I'm completely ambivalent to it, and she's really into it. So we've role-played that a couple times now. That's where the pickle comes in.
No shit, that's where the pickle. Of course, this is where the pickle comes in.
You'll be interested to know that this is where the problem arises.
This is where it gets tricky.
The trouble is that, and this sounds super problematic, but bear with me, my girlfriend is Chinese.
What?
And-
I know they said to bear with them, but that.
I am on
Okay.
you're on, tread lightly because
I'll give them the benefit of the doubt.
I'm giving you
okay?
the benefit of the doubt, but
Yeah.
I'm not with you, but I'm listening. So they say, the trouble is that, and this sounds super problematic, but bear with me, my girlfriend is Chinese, and I'm about as white as a white person could possibly be. This isn't really an issue for either of us with regards to our relationship, but it does affect the sibling role play. While she's fine with role-playing as step-siblings instead of blood siblings, she says that it breaks immersion and that we're so different. She finds it hard to get into the scene because we're different enough that it's hard to believe that we actually grew up as step siblings. She's suggested a solution, and I thought y'all would get a kick out of this. My girlfriend grew up speaking Chinese, and so she wants me to learn Chinese so that our incest roleplay can be, to quote her, exponentially hotter than it is now. I'm totally down to do this since I've wanted to learn a third language for a while now, but it does feel like a rather silly situation. I guess this is less of a pickle than it is just a funny little anecdote about my sex life, but hey, that falls within the purview of all the space in between, right? So yeah, I'm going to be auditing an intro to Mandarin class at a local college, and my girlfriend is teaching me dirty talk in a different language. Wish me luck, I guess. Signed, and then something in Chinese that I couldn't read, but Billy discovered that when you translate it, it actually translates to this person's name.
That makes it sound like I know how to translate Chinese. I don't. I copy and pasted it into Google Translate.
Billy closed her eyes, thought
fell
deeply,
out the
and
meaning
said,
of it.
"This is Mandarin."
It's this person's name.
Oh, I did it. Okay.
Okay. All right.
After we read this question,
fuck to start with this question.
After we read this question, we were both like, "Don't say anything about it. I don't want to know where you stand on this. I don't want to hear anything. Let's just get to it. I don't want to even acknowledge that we read it. Let's just read it on the show again."
Yeah. So we don't know what each other think.
Mm-hmm. So who's to start?
Okay, well, I just want to start by saying that, like, the idea of, like, okay, first of all, I like that this email is, like, the person's not, like, they don't have a problem with any of this. They're not like, oh, no, she's got this fetish I'm not into. They're just like, no, I can kind of get down with it. And they're not like, oh, no, it's not working out that well, but she wants me to learn a different language. It's like, yeah, I'm down with all of it.
I'm down to learn a different language. I've been meaning
to, actually. But here's the
actually.
situation. Yeah, it's good for, it's a good excuse to, I suppose. Yeah, why not? But I really like the sentence that's like she finds it hard to get into the scene because we're different enough that it's hard for her to believe that we actually grew up as step siblings. It's like, you don't have to do method acting.
You don't have to.
Like, how deep does the roleplay have to go?
Your girlfriend wants, like, her parents
how realistic need it get?
Your girlfriend wants both of your parents to get a divorce if they're still together, and then one of your parents each to marry each other.
Oh, like both ways.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you'll actually be technically step siblings.
Okay.
And then that'll finally be enough for her.
I hate this question. I don't know what to do with this question. The idea that I've never known anyone to get this deep into the roleplay where you need such a backup story that it involves learning a fucking language.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
whatever happened to chucking a nurse's hat on?
Yeah, hey, whatever happened to just pretending that your old boyfriend, I don't know, I'm going to use the word Blake, is a firefighter saving you from carrying you onto the bed and doing stuff like that. Pornhub has ruined us.
Yes.
Truly.
That's true.
And this is where she got this little fetish. You know what's funny is that I upon reading this for the first time, and I'm looking for the thing now, this is my favorite line, obviously, because it just hits you in the face. My girlfriend has an incest fetish. Mm-hmm. She doesn't want to, like, fuck her actual family, but she's a big fan of the whole siblings develop a sexual relationship porn dynamic. Mm-hmm. And I immediately was just like, okay, they're going to role play. They're going to be step siblings. Fine.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But that is not enough. It's not even enough that she's like, well, I'm Chinese. You're super white. We're not actual siblings. It's that they're so different that they can't even be step siblings. Like, that's not believable enough. So you have to, it'd be cool if you, like, learned Chinese. Honestly, I'm not seeing a lot of bad in this situation. I'm not seeing a lot of negative in this. You guys are having
to learn Chinese.
This monogamous, consensual, relationship where you're fulfilling this other person's fetish and they feel comfortable enough to share this with you. It's not something that everyone shares with, their significant other. So that, speaks volumes on how she feels about you. You're actually doing it with her and you feel, let me read the word, ambivalent to it, which is not the best, but
neither here nor there.
you're like, okay, nah,
Yeah.
all right. I got some mixed feelings about this.
Interestingly, not a stance that I hear often about this particular.
Not many people are
interest.
ambivalent
Not many
about
people are just like, yeah, I'm in the middle about it.
when it comes to incest fetish. Not many people are ambivalent to it. You either feel one way or another.
But here you are.
Here you are, rare, and that's honestly that's about as good as it's going to get for your girlfriend. Like they could have won the lottery, and the other person was just like, "Oh my god, me too." But that would be so rare. I feel like that to be gifted you as a partner is that's great. And then on top of that, you're learning Mandarin, which is the next thing I want to talk about. When they suggested that you learn another language so that the incest role play can be, and to quote her, exceptionally hotter than it is now, I thought, okay, that's funny. They're just gonna get like a phone app. And they're just going to casually learn like some of it and stuff. But they're taking a class at their local college.
You're going to the local
You're
college.
leaving home to go sit in a classroom to make your girlfriend come. Like
at what point does this not be horny anymore? Like,
at
surely
some
at the point that you have to go to college.
when you have to like turn in paperwork and do tests and stuff, at that point you're
and
not.
what, pay for it? I think.
Yeah, you got to pay for those classes and stuff. How hard are you?
You can't be hard the whole time.
There's no way.
Not
Prove
through the
it.
whole
Prove you're
class.
hard the whole time. There's no way. Send us an email proving you're hard that whole time.
Oh my god, don't. Please don't. We'll get in trouble.
I don't remember ever wanting to go to this extent for a fetish. Or to appease another person's fetish. So
it's also like, mate, this isn't learning, casual bit of German. This is
Mandarin.
This is a hard language to
yeah,
learn.
This is a lot. Also,
This
why
is an impressive language.
why
to
the
learn.
fuck can't your girlfriend teach you? That just dawned on me. Why was she busy?
Well,
You're
it
doing this
says-
to her. You're doing this for her.
It specifically says my girlfriend is teaching me dirty talk. So the girlfriend's only doing the horny part, but the college is putting in all the like the grammatical work.
Right.
I think.
She wants you to say
the backbone of the language.
She wants you to say some sick shit, but the classes.
She's only teaching him like catchphrases,
Right.
like a pull string toy. Yeah.
Yeah, the classes are so you don't sound like an idiot, and all those little moments in between. So my question for you is: would you do this?
Will you try it?
Yeah. What do you think?
You're not from there.
Yeah, I want you to learn Chinese.
Why?
Because my fetish is
problematic.
Yeah, is bad. It goes.
It's bad.
It's like it's what you would have assumed the fetish was in this email.
Okay.
And that's where you come in. So the local college classes aren't that expensive, but I do want us to go half because we were supposed to be saving money. Mm-hmm. And in 6 months' time, I will achieve orgasm.
Finally.
Finally,
I'll get the sweet
edging.
release that I crave.
Yeah, fuck. You're into edging.
I'm
what
sorry,
about
but
me?
This is the only way.
I had to take a college class to finish. That's
God. I can't believe the bravery that this email took.
Well, no, this person is a total coward because this is a throwaway email.
Oh, yeah.
Their name is throwaway account, and their
name
email
is throwaway account.
Their email is I'm sorry for what you're about to read at gmail.com.
That's fine because we have to assume that a lot of people are just going to be emailing them now being like, what the fuck?
Yeah, actually, I'm like low-key really worried that like they put in like their real name into there and then a person... No, No, because it says right here, throwaway account, which is what they put their name as, right?
Yes.
I'm not going to censor it out. I'm not going to bleep it out. I'm going to waste my time.
I'm going to waste my precious editing time.
No.
Yeah. So it seems fine. Seems like not, because it seems like not even a pickle.
Yeah, just a funny story. I can't sit here and tell you that too much bad is coming from this. I think that you're having this very open, honest sexual relationship with your partner. And
safe, sane, consensual, all of that good stuff.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And it's really communicative. And she's like sharing this really big part of what she likes and what she's into with you.
Yes.
And you're down to do it to the point where you're actually like sitting in class with a pencil in your hand being like, oh, fuck, shit, wait, okay, what is it? And you're just like taking notes about this just so you can achieve this thing. And at the end of it, I mean, you talk about what's the word I'm looking for? Like when you get something, what's a phrase for when you get something good from something that's already not bad? Is there a phrase for that?
I don't know. An added benefit? I don't know.
No, I want like a whimsical little phrase.
I don't know.
No, we don't know it. It's fine.
You're gonna have to make one.
Now that duck came with a goose egg.
Now that fetish came with an opportunity to learn.
Yeah, to learn a third language.
Yes.
I love how they specifically was like, I've been meaning to learn a third language. It's like, okay,
yeah, just
globetrotter.
Just a little flex there.
Yeah, all right.
A little fucking humble brag.
Yeah.
Yeah, we caught it.
You little explorer. You well-cultured little fucker. I know but the one language, and I was
jealous.
Yeah, I am jealous. I was born in a different country, and I only know English.
You knew too. You've gone down.
I
which
forgot.
Is the opposite way that a lot of people go. Yeah.
I don't believe. Okay. I've been telling people, because this is what I've been told all my life. I've been told that when I was a child, I spoke perfect Spanish. And then throughout my childhood, because I was living in America and was in, American schools and public school and stuff, I just like spoke less and less of it because I was like really young, that I just eventually adapted to English and kind of, came in fully to my really handsome radio voice and then just kind of went on from there, and then completely forgot Spanish. But I actually found a micro cassette tape of my parents fighting. Yeah.
We did find that.
A micro cassette tape of my parents fighting with each other.
And then we finally had a micro cassette player to play it on.
I played it in my answering machine, in my old little 30-year-old answering machine that I bought. And when listening to that, it was actually my older brother who was very fluent in just talking in Spanish and talking to my dad and stuff like that. And you did hear me in the background, but I was just a walnut brain in the background saying stuff like, "Hi, mommy." And just that and nothing else. Like,
that is exactly how you sound.
That is exactly what I was doing in the background. I go, well, there's literally no proof that I spoke Spanish then. I don't think I ever did. It's just like literally me just being like, "What are you doing, Johnny? Hi, mommy." But which is weird because I was 9. I was 9.5.
Super Arrested Development.
I was 9 months away from freshman year.
Oh God.
No, I was probably like 3, 4.
Something like that.
3, 4 months ago. I don't know. I don't know how time works.
I mean, you sounded small. You sounded like you were short of stature, like somewhere around like, I don't know, 5'7".
Right. Yeah. Something like pathetic. Something really fucking pathetic.
Yes.
I'm gonna I got a text from Jake and a missed call.
Oh.
Let me respond to this live on the show. He says, okay. "I'm nearby if you want to chill." And by nearby, I mean outside. I'm going to respond and say...
It's outside your house
probably,
right now?
Yeah, he does that a lot. Yeah, so you can come in and chill, but I'm recording a podcast with Billy. Come chill with Alex or something, though, if you want. Don't come in my office, though. There you go.
This is you leaving a voice message.
That's how I talk to my friends. My voice changes entirely. Don't come in my office, Jake. I am recording. That's like my natural speaking voice.
When you're not like on the air or
Hey everyone, welcome to the podcast. Hey Jake, thank you for coming over.
Thank you for texting me. So stupid.
We are right on track with not responding to a third question.
I love to not respond to a third question. Shall I read the second one, though?
Yeah, go for it. Not much to say about this first one other than it was a super entertaining read. Thank you for writing in. I wish you the best of luck learning Mandarin and just enjoy, man. Just enjoy the new language.
Blast, I guess.
You better fucking marry this girl because you guys know way too much about each other at this point.
Someone's gotta.
Okay, hold on. Jake just responded saying, I'll just chill on my phone in your living room. I just want to take a break from working.
Jake's like, sorry, I just got back from my Mandarin class at the local college.
Yeah, my girl's like, encouraging me to get an education. So I'll be down in a little to see if you're still there. I chose to respond on my MX Cherry Browns with that text.
I can hear. Mm-hmm. Yes.
So these, so these are brown switches on my all blank.
Enough of that.
Vortex keyboard.
God. You done?
Yeah. Read the last question.
You finished? Okay, I like how you're just saying it's the last question.
Yeah. Well, we're a half hour in, so skedaddle. Let's pick up the pace so I can skedaddle. I hear that there's a Jake in my living room.
Yeah, I hear that Jake's outside my house.
Yeah.
And maybe inside my house by this point.
I'm pretty sure the door is open, so yeah, he's probably just chilling in my living room.
Okay. This email is entitled, "My belly has learned to make the most convincing fart noises on its own."
It was really cool of you to write into the podcast.
Stop.
That was really nice of you.
Don't say this.
And I'm looking at the email. That is your email, right?
Stop.
It's weirdly like it's not Billy, but it's just it says throwaway at blossom.org.
Yeah. At my domain.
So yeah, the plot really thickens for this one. Did you write this one?
I paid for an additional G Suite account.
Yeah. So So this next email is called "My belly has learned to make the most convincing fart noises on its own," and it comes from Billy. Let's read it.
It doesn't go. I'm gonna hang up. It goes, "Dear Mitch and Billy," which is not something that I would say. So there's your proof that I didn't. I didn't write it. I've recently finished all episodes of Sad Soul Advice Club, and now I'm a happy listener of this podcast, currently catching up at episode 11. Came for advice, stayed for the charismatic shit vomit pits talk.
Nice.
Checked latest episode 44, just to see if it hasn't changed too much and everything seems to be in check, namely cat piss topic. I realized I might have a contribution of my own. And then in big bold letters, my pickle. My bowels have been very gassy my entire life. Thus, I've learned to master the art of farts, if I may say so. You may not, but okay. I feel gassy throughout most of the day, but I've learned to make every single one of them sneaky and carefully space them out. I can say I am in control and I don't have to painfully hold it in if there's a chance of awkwardness. Smell, thankfully, is rarely a component, but when it is, I manage my distances and take note of the airflow. So, I feel truly betrayed when the occasional bowel movement noises are getting eerily similar to actual farts. I have no idea and get no warning when they'll come. From an outside perspective, it sounds like I have no manners and just let it rip, often quite a few within a short amount of time. It got a lot more realistic during the last few weeks. It doesn't help that I'm with headphones very often. I feel it in my belly. Then I start shifting and adjusting in my chair, trying all kinds of sitting positions. When I think I've got it right, I put my headphones back on and get another one of those sensations in the gut, and paranoia kicks in. Did that one sound like a fart? Or was that just a regular bowel movement? When working in my room next to my roommate, for example. I hope it doesn't sound like I made this into a problem for the sake of this podcast. It's not making a huge dent in the quality of my life, but I could definitely use some advice. In other words, I take my farts seriously. I let it rip with my buddies, but I have manners in public. If you've read this, I wholeheartedly thank you. Best of luck to both of you in your creative endeavors and this podcast. I enjoyed the art talk up until episode 11. Hopefully we'll hear more. This person's name.
Cool. Now, we didn't talk about this one prior to picking it for the episode either.
Oh, well, this email came in literally, we'd picked out some emails that we might do, and we were setting up recording and stuff. And then we received the email, like, literally just before we were about to record, and we were just like, fuck it, this one.
Yeah, we were like
it
looking.
It seems like fate that we just got it.
I forgot that even happened. They sent the email as we were about to hit record. And then we're like, wait a second, one more email. And then we just replaced one of them with this one because I liked it so much.
Yeah, we're just like, yes, this is good.
Written well, sent less than an hour ago, and good. This is fresh off the domain. This is fresh out of Gmail.
Not the press, but
no.
Yes. Fresh off the web.
Fresh from the inbox, the latest email we got.
This person's catching up, and they're currently at episode 11, so they're going to hear this although we got their email very quickly, they're not going to hear it for like a couple of months.
No, I think they'll listen to the new episode because they mentioned listening to the other new episode. They'll probably catch up on this one, listen to it, and then keep working on the back catalog.
That would be my method. That's my method.
They seem like a smart person. I mean, they're smart enough to hide their farts this much. Why can't they handle a podcast?
I have to say that I am holding some resentment at the fact that you made me read this one, and I did have to read the phrase that I particularly said I didn't want to read, the art of farts.
You were like, may I read the first one? And I go, no, I want to read the first one, which I very rarely say. I go, I really want to read the first one. And you're like, well, okay, but here's the thing. I don't want to read the second one. And I was like, I'll also read the second one if you want. And you're like, I don't want to say the art of farts. And I was like, I will read the second one. And you're like, no, I want to read one of them. And I was like, then you're reading the second one. Then you're art of farts,
You're saying
girl.
it. You're saying art of farts.
You got to do it. I'll say that. I think that's a dope phrase. The art of farts. That's awesome.
I don't like it.
No, I love everything about this email. I look up to this person. This is how I want to live.
I know you
And this
do.
is low-key how I do live, to be honest.
Yeah, about being a gassy. Well, speak on your experience.
Why would you bring it up? Well, let me give you the floor. I thought you were going to say something about my gas.
Yeah,
Anything to say about it?
I was going to say this person might want to have a look at their diet because I know certain things will trigger you.
Fine, I'll talk about it. I can't have apple juice.
Mitch can't drink apple juice because it makes him too badly.
I can't, not badly as in it smells or anything like that. It just actually makes me too much. I actually do, like, I'll get bloated.
It's uncomfortable.
And usually being...
It blows up like a little balloon if you believe it.
Being someone that lives with the most attractive ailment of all time, it's called GERD. It says GERD, all caps. GERD.
Good.
Yeah, I have like a lot of heartburn a lot. So usually all of my tummy issues have to do with like my upper stuff. I'll like burp a lot. I'm burping a ton, you know. I'm always burping after I eat. And
you burped on this very recording.
Yeah, and I have like recordings of me doing like meaningful spoken word, and I'm delivering the lines, and then I burp right then. I'm like, oh fuck, jeez. There's like a really old video on my Instagram of me doing that exact thing. It's like a video of my and I'm just like burping while doing some spoken word I was working on that never released. But
yeah,
I'm a burpy little guy, but I'm very rarely a tooty little guy.
Yeah.
Not so much. I used to be a lot, but I've changed up my diet a lot so that I'm like managing it a whole ton.
you're minimizing all of the gases coming out from
Prior,
anywhere.
when I didn't care, I was just like whatever, and I was just stinky. I hated it because I hate stuff like that. I just do. I don't like it, but I don't mind being burpy.
No.
I think that's at least funny. But it also doesn't smell like shit. So that's the coolest
Not
part
usually.
about
It shouldn't.
I burp and it smells like shit. Oh no.
Have I told you about like the sickness that my brother had when he was about 10 and I was about 12?
I don't think so.
Where that would happen?
Okay, hold on. I'm like massaging the bridge of my nose with my thumb.
Hold on a second.
Your brother, this is the same one that shit in the bath. With you in it. Yeah, you talked about that. You're painting Callum to be not great. Callum, I understand and know and accept as this beautiful man who does so much for like vegan activism and is such a polite
works for a homeless charity.
Works for homeless charities and is just a wonderful little Buddhist man.
Yes.
You're telling me that he had an ailment in which he would burp and that it would smell like human shit?
It would smell so much like shit. I can't even.
I've never. Not only have you not told me about this, I've never heard of it existing.
Like, I'm not joking when I say it smelled like shit. I mean it. I mean, like, you would have thought that there was like shit in his mouth.
Like someone stepped in some shit. Yeah.
Yes. Not similar to, but identical to.
Now, what was causing that? This was prior to going vegan?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it was. It was like he was sick of some kind. Like he had some kind of like stomach ailment kind of thing. But I remember like to kind of cheer him up from being sick, we took him like to the cinema
and fed him shit.
And all through the screening, every time he would burp, it was like the worst fucking thing that I'd ever smelled. And it was like making me gag to the point where I was like almost moving away from him.
Oh my God.
It was really bad.
Oh.
And the thing is that like he knew he could smell it too, so he wasn't having a great time.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he had like, it was some kind of horrible sickness inside of him that was it was not good. It was really, really bad. Anyway, I'm just saying that it can happen, and I've experienced it happening. Not firsthand, but secondhand.
That's nuts to me.
Yeah.
I'm very grateful I've never been...
Count your blessings.
Yeah. I'm okay with the GERD, thank you.
I'm good with that.
I have a little bit of heartburn right now. It's just a part of me.
It's just a background noise to your life.
Sometimes it's bad, but other times it's worse. So I like to be okay with when it's just like okay. So yeah, now that you've forced me to talk about it, yeah, I can't have apple juice. I also can't have fucking green bell peppers. If anyone wants to know the foods that upset my tummy.
Is it only green ones? I thought it was all bell peppers.
Oh, it is all bell peppers.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know why I pointed out green.
You wanted to make yourself seem stronger by trying to lead people to believe that you can eat yellow ones.
I can't eat yellow, yeah. Wait.
But you can't.
Yeah,
so let's just get that out there. You can't.
It. Yeah, I guess I can't eat I can't eat yellow or red ones. So yeah, green, yellow, and red. You know.
If you want to run down of all the colors, it's green, yellow, and red.
And red, yeah.
If anyone's keeping track.
But to save time, I said green bell peppers. You know, well, you could have saved more time just by saying bell peppers. Like, yeah, but we're talking about it now, which is wasting a ton of time.
Green was an acronym. It stood for green, red, everything else.
Nothing starts with N. I can't believe it. Nah. Narc. You narc. You fucking green.
I thought I did really well with the first four letters of the acronym.
Green, red, everything else. Narc.
Yeah. Narc. Yeah.
That's so insecure sounding. Anyway, yeah, but I especially can't have apple juice. That is in fact a Welling thing. My brother can't have it. My dad couldn't have it. It's all bad.
You refuse to drink it in front of me.
Of course I won't drink it in front of you.
You refuse to have it in the house.
Yeah, it makes me... Yeah, I don't... No,
I'm not allowed to drink it.
You can drink it. You just can't drink it and kiss me. I'm too afraid. So a little drop of it'll...
Contact.
I caught a contact off your apple juice. And I'm all bloated.
Oh.
Anyway, what the fuck was this email about? This person's stomach... Oh, right.
Okay, so this person, their problem, actually, we're being very misleading because their problem is not that they're farting.
No, we just use that as a platform to jump off of.
As we are wont to do.
A springboard, yeah.
Yeah. It's that their stomach is now just making noises when they usually in their usual life take all of the measures they can to make sure that no noises of that sort come out of them.
Right.
But now they're just happening uncontrollably from the stomach area.
I would say this is like almost, this is happening from them like trying to micromanage it so much. But they specifically said they're not like holding it in or anything.
No.
So I don't think it's anything like that.
We just have to put it down to a curse.
You've been cursed by a fart witch. By these stinky swamps of some southern state I've never been to. A fart witch has in fact cursed you.
Yeah. And she tried to curse you the one time, but you like were managing it too well, so now you've been cursed like a second time with what is known in the fart witch business as interior fart. So they are worse.
Interior farts.
It will become debilitating.
You will eventually explode.
Gas is just building up inside. Eventually you'll just pop one day.
I also like how they said paranoia kicks in, and then in quotes they say, did that one sound like a fart? Or was that just a regular bowel movement?
Oh yeah, we didn't talk
about that yet. So usually, I guess they're technically right because your bowels are moving, but traditionally a bowel movement is like you shitting.
It's a shit.
That's what a bowel movement is. So I love to imagine this as them being like, did that one sound like a fart? Or did I just shit myself?
Or was it just me shitting myself always?
Yeah, was it just the regular bowel movement that I just released into my own?
They don't care if they shat themselves as long as it didn't sound like
Yeah, as long as this person lost their sense of smell in a fire when they were 6. And they don't understand that shitting themselves is actually a bad thing.
It's actually worse.
But farting is audible. So they're just like, well, that's the bad one.
The worst thing about that.
Mm-hmm. No, they also mentioned that like it's like bad because they'll have their headphones in sometimes.
Yes.
It says right here, it doesn't help that I'm with headphones very often. So that's very funny to be wearing.
Note, I love saying with headphones, like with child.
Yeah, I'm with headphones. Also, looking at this person's name, do you think they're from here?
No.
They're from another country.
Well, here being there.
Yeah,
America. Yeah.
I also kind of
interesting.
I also kind of get that feeling that and it's not a strong feeling at all. It's just a little twinge of being like, I think they're from another country. And if so, if that's the case, and we say this kind of not often, but we said it recently, great English. Fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
If English is not your first language, then this is all small things that we point out like this, like, well, technically a bowel movement is blah blah blah. It's for nothing. It's for totally nothing. It's because you're so good.
Oh yeah, please do not take this as us clowning on anyone. Like we really like how this is written. This
is written perfectly. Also, if you are from here, yeah, it's a fine email. It's okay. It was fine.
I'm less impressed, but all right, fine, okay. Write the next one in Mandarin.
Yeah. That'll get me off. That'll help me nut.
Don't. You mustn't. Anyway, advice? Keep yourself a little food diary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Stop eating the bad things.
So Jake, who's actually downstairs right now, still I assume, and I have to go. Hang out with. I think I can hear Jake talking. Is that Jake talking? God, I hope he's still here.
Let's all listen.
I just point the microphone. He's just having a very serious like family discussion on the phone with his mom.
We're just giggling at it on the podcast.
Last 30 minutes of the podcast is just eavesdropping and chortling. Jake said a funny thing to me years ago that I don't even think he remembers saying, but I thought it was so funny, and it was years ago because Jake and I have been friends since we were in middle school.
Yeah.
But Jake said to me, if you accidentally fart in front of somebody, but you can then perfectly mimic the sound with like your chair or your shoe, you can like, then the fart doesn't count.
It didn't happen.
Then it didn't happen. Like if you actually fart in real life and say, "Oh, that was just my shoe," and then you make a sound,
then you squeak your shoe against the floor,
fucking your heel into the ground and twist it or something, and it happens to make that rubber on tile or something sounds like the fart you just made. Then the rule is that you didn't fart. And I think about that very often.
I've done that trick before.
Have you? Yeah, I'm sure you have.
Yeah, I just say, "Oh, sorry, that was my pussy."
Sorry, everyone. No. That wasn't my asshole. That was my pussy. And then you have to put all your energy into fucking farting out of there. As gross as this podcast is, I refuse to say the Q word on it. I just don't want to.
I will never utter that one.
I won't do it. There's certain words I don't say. That just happens to be one of them.
That's fine. Yeah.
We have to have some standard on this show.
That's the line. We won't say that Q word.
The Q word I do not say. But to wrap this up, because we do have to wrap it up right now, the advice, I guess, is just what I said just now. Look, if your stomach makes a noise, try to replicate it with your foot. Or you know what? I think I've told this joke before, that it's just like if you then go and try and replicate the sound with your foot, but you just like actively fart again. As your foot makes no noise, you just kind of dig your heel into the ground and twist it, but you just like fart again. Right then, you're just like, and then we were like, "Oh, it's his shoe."
Got a little left in you. Yeah.
I fucking hate this podcast.
It's so bad.
Oh God.
It's the worst.
We're on episode 40-something, sponsor free, and I wonder why.
I absolutely wonder why no one will touch this with a barge pole.
My advice is just get into the habit of loudly being like, "That was my stomach."
Yeah.
Or replicating the sound with your foot. Get really good at that. With the chair that you're sitting in, really like squeak it in a certain way where it makes that same noise, and then like people will be like, "Oh, it's just his chair or something." And then every time your stomach makes that noise, you'll just be, what's funny is just like imagining, because stomachs will make like a squeaky noise. Sometimes they'll be like, "Wah, wah."
Yes.
I just imagine just like this person is just like sitting there with his headphones in, and then their stomach is just like, just their stomach sounding just like an outward outside thing,
Yeah.
That doesn't. If anyone told me, "Oh, that was my stomach," and I was like, "Yeah, it's just
like no it fucking was
your stomach pushing out a fart," is what it was.
Yeah. Your stomach tensing to push air out of your ass. Yeah.
So yeah, I guess no real advice. I don't know what you can do. You can't control your stomach. Oh yeah, no, the food diary thing was a good example. Maybe you're being
wasn't actual.
Yeah, was some good advice. We should have stopped there.
We never stop with the good and sensible advice, though.
That's true.
That wouldn't be the show that we've come to know and loathe. Know and begrudgingly put up with.
So that wraps up that, right?
Yeah.
Dear listener, thank you for writing in. I hope that it gets better. Maybe something that you're eating is making your stomach make that noise.
Try cutting out apple juice.
If you're drinking apple juice, take it from me. You can't drink apple juice, and no one should.
You can't do it.
Because it makes people bloated. And it's just not just me. If you Google, I've Googled it before, apple juice and gas, man, people have it.
Someone's defensive, but okay.
I'd like to, no, I know I'm going to get some tweets from people this week saying like, hey, I can't have apple juice either. I know it. I'm very confident in that.
I'm going to put all of those people on a list, a little Twitter list called Weak, Pathetic, Anti-Apple Babies.
I can have apples. Hey, how can I have apples and not apple juice?
I don't know. I don't know the mysteries of your inner workings.
Let's talk about that. Let me have an apple on the show. See if it has an effect on me. No, we gotta go. If I'm pretty sure Jake's gonna leave soon. I really want to see him. So
So
thank you.
go.
This has been All the Space in Between, and my name is Mitch.
I'm Billy. If you, for some reason, have listened to this episode of the podcast and decided, hey, you know what? I'd like to get in on some of this absolutely horrendous fucking advice. Yeah, I wanna tell them something. I wanna ask them something. Then you can write to our email with all your horrible little pickles at
Sorry, I wasn't listening. All the space in between at gmail.com. And if you would like to listen to other episodes.
Sorry, I was thinking about Jake.
I actually was.
I knew it.
Like, I wonder if he's left yet. I want to talk to him. Which is funny because I just saw him this morning. But he's taking a break from work. I want to
I miss him.
I want to offer him a snack. Say, my kitchen is your kitchen. If you would like to listen to any other episodes of this podcast, whether it be on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or YouTube, you can go to our website, which is
All the Space in Between.
Still thinking about Jake in the back of my head.
I know.
All the Space in Between.com, where you'll find links to all of those things, except for YouTube. If you want to listen to this on YouTube, if that's just the platform that you prefer, you can search All the Space in Between on YouTube, or just go to youtube.com/All the Space in Between.
I love this high-speed roll talk you're doing.
I fucking want to go to Jake, okay? I want to see if he's going to be pissed if he's not here.
All right, let's go so you can talk to Jake. Okay, thank you for listening. We will see you next episode next Monday.
New episodes every Monday. Thank you. Bye.